Hi friends! Welcome to NQESH Review Questions Part 2. But before that, I would like to have an announcement first that there is an advisory and that every examinees are informed of the change in schedule for the mock exam for Batch 3 from Region 1, 2, 3, 4A, Mimaropa, Region 5, NCR, and CAR. The original schedule is July 10, 2022 for your mock exam, but then it is rescheduled on July 9, 2022, which is a Saturday. This change has been made to meet the technical and administrative requirements of the NQESH National Technical Working Group. So that is an announcement, and take note of this date. And let us proceed now to our review questions. The first question: the Alternative Learning System or ALS roadmap from 2019 to 2024 are aligned with DepEd's strategic directions except A. Expand access to basic education. B. Improve quality and relevance. C. Modernize education management and governance. And D. Achieve equity and resilience in the delivery of non-formal education. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter D. Achieve equity and resilience in the delivery of non-formal education. So take note of the word except. Our reference is DepEd Order No. 28 series of 2022, which is the implementing guidelines on the release, receipt, utilization, monitoring, and reporting of program support funds for alternative learning system for the calendar year 2022 and years thereafter. And may I remind our examinees that you should know all aspects of the K-12 system, from the kindergarten to elementary, junior high school, senior high school, and even the alternative learning systems, including all others like madrasa and other programs of DepEd. And I have already underlined the strategic directions, which are expand access to basic education, improve quality and relevance, and modernize education management and governance. So to remember, always take note of the word access, quality, and governance. Next question. DepEd's merit selection plan is aligned with its internal system on blank, 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 and blank, with the provision of the Omnibus rules on appointments and other human resource actions, which is also called ORA, and program to institutionalize meritocracy and excellence in human resource management, or the PRIME HRM. A. Application, evaluation, selection, appointment. B. Application, selection, validation, appointment. C. Recruitment, application, selection, appointment. D. Recruitment, evaluation, selection, and appointment. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter A. Application, evaluation, selection, and appointment. A reference is DepEd Order Number 19 Series of 2022, which is the Department of Education Merit Selection Plan. And this stipulates that the policy is aligned with the internal system on application, evaluation, selection, and appointment. Next question. Under DepEd Order Number 19, Series of 2022, also known as DepEd's Merit Selection Plan, a bona fide resident is an applicant who is a resident for at least blank months in a barangay, municipality, city, or province. In what order where the vacancy exists as evidenced by the applicant's PDS and voter's ID or any proof of residency? A. 3, B. 6, C. 9, D. 12. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter B, 6 months. That is according to DepEd Order Number 19, Series of 2022, the Department of Education Merit Selection Plan. A bona fide or bona fide resident refers to an applicant who is a resident for at least 6 months in a barangay, municipality, city, or province in that order where the vacancy exists as evidenced by the applicant's PDS and voter's ID or any proof of residency. Next number. Number 4. What is the DepEd Memorandum that provides for the transitory measures on the implementation of DepEd's Merit Selection Plan? A. DepEd Memorandum Number 40, Series of 2022. B. DepEd Memorandum Number 41, Series of 2022. C. DepEd Memorandum Number 42, Series of 2022. And D. DepEd Memorandum Number 43, Series of 2022. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter B, DepEd Memorandum Number 41, Series of 2022. You can observe that our question is focused on a memorandum and our prior questions were based on DepEd order because this is a follow-up on a DepEd order, which is DepEd Order Number 19, Series of 2022. So the reference is DepEd Memorandum Number 41, Series of 2022, or the transitory measures on the implementation of DepEd Order Number 19, Series of 2022. Next question. What is the commencement date of DepEd's Merit Selection Plan per DepEd Order Number 19, Series of 2022? A. July 1, 2022. B. August 1, 2022. C. September 1, 2022. And D. October 1, 2022. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter C, September 1, 2022. Maybe some will answer July 1 because that is the lifting of the election ban. But the correct answer is September 1, 2022. And the reference is DepEd Order Number 41, Series of 2022, which is the transitory measures on the implementation of DepEd Order Number 19, Series of 2022. Let me read. In light of the transitory activities enumerated above, the implementation of the DepEd Merit Selection Plan per DepEd Order No. 19 Series of 2022 shall commence on September 1, 2022. So if you are ranked prior to September 1 and there are vacant positions and they are published and posted prior to this date, including the recruitment, selection, and appointment, action shall continue to be governed by existing policies and guidelines as applicable. But if you will apply on September 1 and the dates following September 1, 2022, then the DepEd Merit Selection Plan will be followed as per DepEd Order No. 19 Series of 2022. This is very critical because this is a criteria or an order or policy in terms of the promotion of teachers and personnel of DepEd. Next number, the operational framework of the expansion of the face-to-face classes is centered on 4 elements. Namely, A. Health and safety of learners, learning opportunities, school operations, and engagement of the entire society. B. Safe operations, teaching and learning, including the most marginalized, and well-being and protection. C. Equity, resiliency, access, and governance. D. Access, quality, resiliency, and equity. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter A. Health and safety of learners, learning opportunities, school operations, and engagement of the entire society. Maybe some of you will answer letter B, but letter B are the choices for letter B are the pillars of the expansion of the face-to-face classes. But then we have these important elements stipulated in letter A. And our reference is DepEd Order No. 17 Series of 2022, or the guidelines, the progressive expansion of face-to-face classes, with the following elements: health and safety of learners, learning opportunities, school operations, and engagement of the entire society. Next number 7. Under the Omnibus Guidelines on the regulation of operations of parent-teacher associations, which is considered to be a guardian in the absence of the natural or biological parent or parents? A. An individual to whom the physical care and custody of the learner has been entrusted. B. A relative of the learner within the 4th degree of affinity or consanguinity. C. An individual who holds a certification from the barangay stating that the individual has physical care and custody of the learner, and such individual is providing financial and other support to the learner. And D. A duly recognized adopting institution. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter C. An individual who holds a certification from the barangay stating that the individual has physical care and custody of the learner, and such individual is providing financial and other support to the learner. Some of you might answer A or B or D, but the correct answer is letter C. This is our reference, DepEd Order No. 13, Series of 2022, or the Omnibus Guidelines on the regulation of operations of parent-teacher associations. The first choice, letter A, does not include the statement that the individual should be authorized in writing. And Letter B also lacks the statement that the said relative should have the physical care and custody over the learner. Yan. And said relative is living in the same household as the learner. While 5.1.3 is the exact sentence for option letter C. Whereas the item 5.1.4 in the option is very generic. While the specific answer should be, in the case of an orphan, the individual or the head of the institution who has the physical care and custody of the learner. So next po, which award will be granted for the school year 2021-2022 based on DepEd Order No. 21 series of 2022? A. Classroom Awards. B. Grade Level Awards. C. Special Recognition. And D. Performance Awards for Kindergarten. So we are asked for only one answer. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter D, Performance Awards for Kindergarten. And our reference, of course, is DepEd Order No. 21 series of 2022. And these are the award to be granted, the Academic Excellence Awards for grade 1 to grade 12 and Performance Awards for Kindergarten. While Classroom Awards, Grade Level Awards, and Special Recognition will not be awarded for this coming end of school year. And of course, they are suspended. Next question. This is the medium-term plan of DepEd covering all formal education from kindergarten, elementary, junior high school, senior high school, as well as non-formal education through the alternative learning system. A. The Basic Education Development Plan, or BEDP 2030. B. Basic Education Development Plan 2040. C. Ambisyon Natin 2030. And D. Ambisyon Natin 2040. What is your answer? The correct answer is letter A, the Basic Education Development Plan of 2030. And the reference is DepEd Order No. 24, series of 2022, or the adoption of the Basic Education Development Plan of 2030. And let me read. The Department of Education adopts the Basic Education Development Plan of 2030 as the medium-term plan. Take note, this is a medium-term plan, not a long-term plan. For the DepEd covering all formal education from kindergarten, elementary, junior high school, senior high school, as well as the non-formal education through the alternative learning system. And this BEDP has been developed through a highly participatory and consultative process that consider the views and priorities of all stakeholders in the education sector. Last question. Refers to any form of organized instructional interventions given to learners from grade 1 to grade 11 who receive a grade ranging from 75 to 79 in any learning area to improve their level of attainment of the prescribed learning competencies and fully prepare them for the transition to their next grade level as per DepEd Order No. 25 series of 2022. A. Remedial classes. B. Enrichment classes. C. Advancement classes. And C. End of school year classes. What is your answer? The correct answer is enrichment classes. And of course, we have the reference, DepEd Order number 25, series of 2022, which is the amendment to DepEd Order number 13, series of 2018, entitled Implementing Guidelines on the Conduct of Remedial and Advancement Classes during Summer for the K-12 Basic Education Program, which defined that enrichment classes refer to form of organized instructional interventions given to learners from grade 1 to grade 11 who receive a grade ranging from 75 to 79. And that learners undergoing enrichment program shall be provided with additional learning opportunities through tutorials, mentoring, coaching, or other ways of delivering organized learning experiences. So I hope you get something from these 10 questions, and I also request our dear subscribers to also subscribe to My Godness blog by Sir Gomar Tan. You can search for My Godness. He is starting his blog, a co-teacher of mine here at Lamon Bay School of Fisheries. You can also follow and subscribe to the vlog of Sir Sammy Luces. So Sammy Luces Vlogs, for his vlogs on stingless bee. You can also like and subscribe the vlog of Master Romantico for his motor vlogs and other vlogs relative to repair and maintenance of motorcycles. You can also subscribe to Brin TV with his vlogs on education and mathematics tutorial. And that's all. And of course, a special shout out to Dr. Herbert Perez of DepEd Quezon, or ASDS, for supporting the project push, and likewise to our STS, Sir Eli Alicaya. Thank you, and good luck, everyone. Thank you for watching Aris Barago Vlogs. Watch, like, comment, share, and subscribe.